Nekravol Part 1. Alright, everything's red and you can't really see much. It's just lava. Kind of looks like the ring city in Lord of the Rings, I think. What was it called? Like the ones with the undead mages. I don't know which one. Anyway, that's the one. Vega data entry. The city of Nekravol was built in hell by the combined efforts of the makers and sentinel engineers, designed to produce a continuous flow of argent energy. Constructed of stone and fell steel on a foundation of uncounted corpses, the sprawling fortress funnels a constant stream of victims towards Calibus, the sightless judge. This ancient demon is a rare breed, unable to communicate or move without great difficulty. It exists as an overseer of sorts, awaiting as cages packed with the relentless slain are brought before it, determining which souls are candidates for the Argent process. Operating not only a large-scale slaughterhouse, Nekravol is divided into many sections. The most immediately accessible portions contain the Abaddon Pit, an enormous chasm where victims are herded. Beyond Calibus, the Argent-worthy souls are directed deeper into the Black Fortress. Those who he renders unfit are discarded as waste, their tortured souls thrown into the burning sludge of the blood swamps. Ooh, that's harsh. Fuel the eternal flame. What do we have here? Like demons, humans. They're having a party! Oh yeah. So, translation from the Corax tablets. The transformation of a mortal creature into demon is a laggard and gradual process, one that can take eons to transpire without the catalyst of Argenta intervention. The victim is left to maunder in the Shadowland for years uncounted, where over ageless time they transform into demon. During their nightmarish journey, the ethereal soul slowly drains from their body, and in that dark realm, the substance of mortal life is manifest as matter. It gathers in pools of volatile aura found all over hell. Demonkind call these pools the Well, and use them to invigorate themselves for battle. It is from this aura that the essence is formed by melding it with wraith energy, that which lights the darkened hall and sets the sentinel sword ablaze. The essence is founded. The combining of these primal energies creates Argent energy, a power source so potent, so incalculable, formidable that it has consumed the Argenta and driven us on to greater influence than was ever possible with wraith power alone. Power source so potent, so incapable. Has consumed the Argenta and driven us on to greater influence. With wraith power alone. Okay, so wait a minute. Where do they get their wraith power? Because this seems to be the blue-ish energy that the Sentinels used beforehand. Very interesting. Nekravol Part 2. Look, oh, it looks beautiful. But this is more like the maker design. Kind of infused with the demon stuff as well. Pretty sweet. Bigoted entry. This is one of the soul spires identified in the Argenta text built into the central columns of Nekravol. Although most soul spires were linked directly to Argent Denur through a Hell Priest created continuum gate, this particular one is linked to Urdak, the home world of the Makers. There's no continuum gate here, presumably due to the Khan Maker's natural distrust of those under her charge. The Soul Spires were designed by the Maker to accelerate the processing of mortal victims into Argent energy and built in secret by Sentinel slaves under the direction of the Order D. This forced labor was a crucial step in fulfilling the Khan Maker's desire for Argent, as beings from Urdak are unable to cross over to Hell's dimension. Oh, interesting. So beings of Urdak. Now what about the Makers? That's weird. So what kind of beings are they? Strange. Fuel the eternal flame. Of course. Everybody gets tortured. Oh, pushed on spikes. Like so. This game turns you into the Doomslayer themselves. Like, come on. Translation from the Codex tablets. The makers need for the essence is prime. Without it, they must suffer the monstrous fate of transfiguration and see their wisdom and faculties slither from their twisted forms. By the bidding of the Khan Maker herself, the Order of the Deek has devised a method to improve and accelerate the production of the Hell Aura. What once took eons for the savage beasts to attain can now be accomplished in short order by Argenta intellect and with greater efficiency and consistency. We constructed the Soul Spires, vast halls erected in this savage lands by our slaves and under direction of the Order. Even though we raised a monument on their ground, demonkind does not hurry during assembly of the Soul Spires for the Khan Maker herself, but at a deal with the Dark Lord that rules over the Shadow Walkers. A bargain was struck. The demons would be given fresh worlds and souls to consume, bolstering their forces and expanding the corrupting domain of hell, and the makers would be granted access to the flow of Argent. The procedure inside the soul spires is thus: the captives are tortured until no semblance of humanity remains within them. Bereft of hope, the mortal soul is vulnerable and can be easily extracted. This we achieve with a machine from the enlightened mind of the Khan Maker herself, the Evulsor. Once the Evulsor has done its deed and the soul has been extracted, the victim's body is ejected into the wasteland where, as before our cunning meddling, it becomes demon over time. Interesting. The body becomes a demon. And the makers, what was it? Bidding without, there we go. Makers need for their senses prime. Without it, they must suffer the monstrous fate of transfiguration. Interesting. So they turn into some form of beasts as well. That is quite interesting. Fuel the eternal flame. Number 3. Okay, so these are the ones, the soul extraction machines. Interesting. And then they're put into the soul stream and taken to Ordak. Translation from the Codex tablets. We gather the volatile aura and store it in vast reservoirs. There it is coalesced with wraith energy and subjected to the infernal fires of hell itself. In the heat of the primal fire, the essence is loosed and captured for our gain. The final stage of the process is the dividend of the gains. Vast quantities of the essence are fed directly to Argent to power our machine and drive our engine. The rest is reserved for the Khan Maker. Though she may never set foot in the Dark Realm, she has devised means to teleport essence to the Holy Land, that which she calls Urdak, the domain of angels. Her use of the essence is unchallenged, for it was she and her court that gave us design to capture the essence, and her payment is just.